reset the bracket. It's the Shiki Yashamaru matchup again. Let's see how it goes this time.
Why should it change up?
Strong start. Run up grab with a crouching C.
I'm definitely seeing some peculiar things. I don't see oftentimes players when they get hit, they'd be caught jumping after they get hit, but maybe that's the most unexpected thing. Maybe that's just the player familiarity going to shine in through. But I'm definitely trying to just figure out what Lightice is going to do in order to just switch up his game from the last one. Do you have any observations that maybe that could help Lightice in that situation?
I wanted to say this on the last set. I wonder if a character swap could be an option on the table for Lightice.
Oh, okay. Okay. I have seen him play Nakaruru.
He does. He's got a little bit of a Yoshitora. I don't know if either of those.
Bring out the Yoshi.
I don't know if those are stronger characters in a matchup against Shiki, or maybe Lightice doesn't feel like they're developed enough. But this first round looks like it's going to Vato. Not quite yet. Not quite yet, but he's awfully close. 10 seconds, holding on to a life lead, choosing to play defensive back of a lot, burn down the clock. Goes for the JC, which gets blocked.
Showing nice defense, because I would have got hit. Definitely would have got hit by that cross-up.
That's going to be the round.
It's our third time seeing that, where Vato has timed out Lightice.
There's been a lot of timeouts between these two.
But it's working for him. It's working pretty good for him, maximizing, getting damage, and then moving away. And I guess that's what's making Lightice play so aggressive here, as he gets the guard break into the 2C.
Trying to catch Lightice with that JC that hits both sides. Still hasn't been patched out. I don't think they're going to. It's just one of those facts of life you have to accept when you're playing against Shiki.
Gets the guard break over there. Into the weapon flip.
Lots of damage.
And it is happy time for Shiki. What's Ice gonna do? Have you noticed, like, during weapon flip situations, I've noticed one of two situations. It's either where the defending opponent, they block and they don't do anything and they just try and react, or they get hyper aggressive and they hit the opponent and then they go back for their weapon. Do you notice like that type of mini metagame when it comes to the weapon flip? Like after you loot your unarmed?
Oh, totally. Oh no, crossed up.
Dirty.
Hey, I can't give Vato too hard of a time for having a character with a cross-up JC, because Charlotte has one too. Not quite as good as Shiki's.
I don't think it's as deceitful as Shiki's. I'm going to be honest.
A straight lie.
Yeah.
A straight-up lie. And, of course, Charlotte able to get about 500 damage off of a JC if she does it late enough.
If she does it late enough into a medium slash into the DP.
It's a heavy DP, yeah.
It's pretty good, though, but Vato, he has a pretty good gauge of where he needs to be, and doesn't get the whip punish in time.
Impeccable timing, really.
Impeccable timing, definitely. And I guess this is what you were saying before about him participating in the Ronin Rumble Online Tournament. It's the fact that he's putting himself in more situations where competition is going to be at, the practice is going to be at, and the fruits of his labor is really working out, because there's been more than 2, probably 3 weeks where I've seen these guys compete in the top 2 and top 3.
Similar to Initial Drive, Vato displays a lot of familiarity.
Familiarity.
Thank you. It's late.
Yeah.
With his character, he definitely knows what his options are. He knows what he can do, what he can't do, and now it's up to him to try and bait certain actions out of his opponent. Yashamaru being a fairly popular character, I think he's one of the more frequently played characters, which lends itself well to Vato's strategy, where he probably has seen a handful of Yashamaru. Whereas, like I said earlier, never seen a Shiki online. She might not be as popular as a character, so it's one of those things where, you know, if I were to play her, I'd be like, I don't know what she does. I really don't.
I will say there are, especially online, there are online favorites and online hidden gems. Like, definitely don't see Kyoshiro's online. Shiki, same thing. Galford, surprisingly, no. And I
play like 1 or 2.
I'm pretty confident that Galford has options in this game. But I'm looking at the way this match is. Oh, and he just hits the 2 heavy slash. Very zesty. There is spaghetti sauce. Was spaghetti sauce everywhere.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think Lightice has really used the double jump that Yashamaru has, if at all. And I wonder if that's because off of the double jump, that's a free SSM for Shiki. Because she can do it at anywhere because it appears under the character.
I don't think Vato would go for that typically. It'd have to be very read-based. There are other options, as we know, that Yashamaru could go for. He could go for the downward lunge while he's in the air, and as he goes into Isen. Oh, and he just runs and does it. That's a man's right there. He holds his cojones up high as he just goes into the final round.
When you're on that bad, desperate times calls for desperate measures.
Oh.
Just does it.
He literally just ran up and was like, he's going to press a button. He believed in that. He believed in it. But hopefully he can believe in this last round if he can tie it up 1-1.
That's the thing about this game. You know, people, some of the haters of Samurai Shodown will say that this game is boring because it's so slow, so deliberate, and it's, you know, the players do that because, you know, one touch can, you know, lose you easily a third, half your, you know, or half of your life. But along with that, though, like you can't play defensive forever. At some point, you have to take a risk, and that's what makes SamSho so great. At some point, you have to make a risk.
Did that link?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. No.
Shiki returning the favor. Yeah. Taking game 2 with an Isen finish.
I love those Isen finishes, man. I don't know. I don't know. I just like samurais and like Japanese lore. So this kind of game has my appeal. You know, they have the whole
then one ninja
lunge.
from Texas.
And one ninja from Texas.
And another one from also, Galford's from somewhere else in America, I think. Or is he from England?
No, he's not from England.
He's from England, okay.
It's World Fighters, but, you know, we have one ninja from Texas and then a whole bunch of other people with swords, so.
Right. There's, I want to say he was in Samurai Shodown 5. There's a character named Andrew. He's Andrew Jackson, the president. He's basically just anime Andrew Jackson, the 13th or 14th president of the United States.
Awesome.
He had like a musket and like a bayonet, and he looked a little bit like a colonial soldier. And I'm like, he's such a ridiculous.
I'm gonna go
he's
back
got like
and
white
look.
long hair. You know, it's like if Andrew Jackson was a anime pretty boy, that's what you got in Samurai Shodown 5. Yeah. And as ridiculous as it is, I'm like, put him in this one. Let's get silly. Let's have at least one silly character in this. Let's bring back Andrew.
That sounds very meta for me. I'd like to see that. But even then, as it going down onto 20 seconds, Vato is now in the place where the life lead has lessened. But like you were saying before, it seems like Vato's not scared of trying to get in and administer damage. Oh, yeah, that's dead.
Bet it all.
Yep.
Bet it all and hit triple or double zero.
Well, he could afford to go for a risk. It was the first round.
I was about to say the same thing. Like when you're up 2-0 and you're on winner's side, you can take 1 or 2. You can take 1 or 2 big risks to close it out.
Yeah.
Already on the life lead.
Oh, tries to go for the tick low right there. Didn't work. Oh, nice defensive jump light slash.
Overhead. Playing his spacing, backing up a little bit, takes a slash, and then the overhead spin and win.
That was a beautiful reset right there. He had a proper spacing in order for that to cross up.
Just the tip of the weapon.
Just the tip.
25 seconds. Tied up almost on the life lead. Slightly in now Light Ice. I'm telling you, every time I bring it up. Every time I bring it up.
Oh, see? Well, we just got to observe the action from there. Oh, went for the hard.
Big damage. 15 seconds.
I don't even see that often going for guard break on wake up. You got to have your meaty timing on point in order to do that. Oh, I thought that would have been a DP, but it's not.
5 seconds.
Okay. I think Ice is returning back the favor. No,
Yeah,
that's not enough, though. That's not enough, though. No, it's not enough. Did he steal it? No.
Oh,
but he burst.
I mean, he had to. He had to. He's back. He's down around.
Yeah.
Frozen at 0 seconds, so overhead.
Yeah, I can't blame him. I can't blame him. Any poke would have been death at that point. He did want to find a way to get in and do damage. I didn't expect Ice to throw out that overhead, but maybe he was just ahead of the meta in the game at that time. Good stuff. Good stuff, Ice. Oh, nice air-to-air jump C. That was a hefty amount of damage.
Big punish.
Let me ask you this. Have you been noticing when Ice has been trying to do the double jump in with the jump C, how Vato has been like micro-walking outside of that range? Like he's kind of been walking forward so he doesn't get hit. I've been noticing that a couple of times. And he doesn't get like a fat punish or anything like that, but
it keeps him out of danger,
yeah,
which counts for a lot.
Yeah. Try to go for the anti-air there. It didn't work.
Overhead. Air to air. Overhead.
One overhead right there. Oh, I would have thought
air to air followed by an overhead.
Oh, but the grab misses.
20 seconds left. Shiki one hit away from death. Yashamaru
one medium slash or heavy slash, definitely.
Yashamaru not too far behind.
Oh, he's dead.
Okay, going into the second round, each holding onto their SSM. Shiki just shy of having rage filled. Yashamaru ran out just as the last round was ending.
All right, now she's not shy anymore. She's locked and fully loaded. So let's see if she can. Oh, that's a DP into a very hefty punish, but maybe she can get a guard break.
One more big hit.
Guard break. Decides to go for the damage rather than the weapon flip.
Quarter of his life gone, just like that. Overhead. Ooh, meets him in the air, finishes him off.
It's interesting because he did the neutral jump into the C, but what Vato's been doing when he's been jumping in light ice jumps, he would do his light slash option, which I would think comes out faster.
Probably stuffs it. Yeah.
But that wasn't that situation then. Probably reacted too late, but it's tied up.
It is 2-2.
I guess if you're light ice, you're thinking, one more game and I'll have the reset. And if you're Vato, you're like, okay, well, I have data. If he doesn't, I'm not going to say he's not, but.
Anytime I watch a tournament, I always root, not always, but like tend to root for the person who's coming in from the loser side because it's such a mountain for them to climb. Because you have to start at loser semifinals, then you have to go to losers finals, then you have to go to grand finals, and you have to reset it, and then win a second time. It is
against the same person.
Against the same person. It is a test of your skill, not only your skill, but your sheer endurance. That is a lot of matches to play back to back to back to back.
The psychological game in fighting games is not something that should be underestimated. If Light Ice does take it up, he would have to keep this momentum, which can definitely switch the more you play someone as they get used to your style, especially in a tournament setting. But it's looking good for him so far. Kind of dangerous. Ooh, if he would have converted that medium slash hit, that could have been a guard break. He could have forced something out of Light Ice there, but he didn't get to do that.
Definitely picking up some momentum. Both characters rage gauge emptying out.
Oh, that low option missed, and I know he's been trying to go for it.
Goes for the dive, misses, gets punished for it. Coming up on 30 seconds. Life leads slightly in Shiki's favor. Goes for the neutral JC. Nothing to show for it, but backdashes out safely. Gets a low, backdashes again. Both these characters both these players just trying to weave in and out of each other's defenses, looking for what little bit of damage they can get, and then get out safely. The real aggressive plays not coming until these last 10 seconds, which almost every...
Oh, just the weapon deflected.
That's going to hurt.
Oh. And, of course, good stuff. Lightice, he has a round to spare, so he's not going to waste his burst on that. But that was very good on Vato, just to deflect that. Taking the right punish, taking the round, which he needed. Yeesh. As we're going into the potentially final round of the game, or a final round.
Oh yeah, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
This is a big round. This round either keeps Lightice in it for another 3 at minimum, or Vato wins it, gets to go home with probably like $10 in winnings.
This is pretty good.
We had a good turnout, much better than last week's turnout. Ooh, that's a big punish.
That was a nice punish right there. Lightice not vying to go for the deflect option on that. Probably didn't want to risk it.
It's so easy for Shiki to just DP off of a recoil. It's
from that spacing though. Would that being able to hit because hers goes slightly?
I believe so.
Okay.
I believe so. It's at that a Shiki recoil is a literal guess unless you just really get a read on your opponent.
Okay. Oh no, goes for the grab there, but no.
No opportunity for a punish there.
Yeah, unfortunately.
15 seconds, life lead for Shiki. This final round, Lightice needs to do something.
Trader 10. Full resources on both people, so it all that matters.
If Vato can maintain.
I was just about to say Lightice had a slight
5
lead
seconds.
right
He's
there.
got to do it. He's got to do it. He's got to.
Now he definitely doesn't have a lead. Now he's definitely gonna have to pop.
Is he not gonna do it?
He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. There you go.
Oof. And now Yashamaru's rage bar is the timer.
Oh! Oh! And ladies and gentlemen, we have a reset.
Another 3 at minimum.
Why did he do it?
I think I'm gonna clock into work a little late tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or today, I guess I should say.
Oh man. It's gonna be a pretty lengthy ride back home, but I'm not complaining too much. This is good games of Samurai Shodown, but I gotta think, man, the Vato just cracked it the last second.
I just want to point out that the screen transitioned momentarily to the players. Lightice, such a look of relief on his face. He's like, I'm still in this.
I bet.
He gets his second life, but this is also his last one.
I like it. I like his approach to what he thinks of fighting games. And he has the World Warrior type of like Ryu type of thing where he just wants to level up.
Oh yeah.
Just improve every time he plays, and it definitely is shown by the way he plays.
A lot of the players in this area in general share that trait where they just want to help each other improve, which honestly makes a lot of sense. Even if you are just out for yourself, I mean, if you have other strong players in the area, that's just going to make you stronger. You don't want to be a basement king. Nobody. It's nice and all to be a basement king, I guess, but you want to aspire to be more than that.
Yeah.
Oof. One touch for either person will do it. First round.
Oh, slides in his DM. Okay.
And the overhead.
That's interesting because usually in that situation, he would do the cross up into the low, but he waited and he did the overhead. That was a great observation. I think he noticed that he was blocking low, so he decided to
layers of meta at this point.
A whole bunch of onion rings, but oh, nice air to air.
Ooh. Okay.
I'm thinking just
that was a 5-second sequence of movement and throwing out buttons that were either being blocked or whipped, or just a real nail biter scenario.
Yeah, I think we both were mesmerized by just what we were witnessing.
I held my breath.
Yeah.
I was like, who's gonna hit first?
Yeah. But I think this at a high level, and this is generally good Samurai Shodown, where it has a point to be very slow, but then it has a point to be very explosive as well.
Yes. Yes.
But if any, Vato does have a round to spare, but I hope he would try to make something happen. Oh, well, no. That's been a good 4 or 5 situations where Vato's gone for the guard break and has been sorry, come again. Like,
I will say overall, and I might have to rewatch this set to be sure, but I feel like overall, you know, both these characters are looking to open each other up, get their little bits of damage, and get out. I feel like Vato is being more, he's getting more out of his opportunities. You know, I'd say that they're getting just about equal amount of opportunities to do damage to each other, but it seems like he gets more. He gets more bang for his buck whenever he is able to get a hit in.
Well, I think Shiki has a better punishment game as far as like conversions and damage than Yashamaru. I don't think Yashamaru is going to get anything that's really devastating unless you do that right there. Unless you do one of those things right there. If you press his heavy slash buttons, if he hits you while he's in full rage gauge, or if you're like really, really close and he can do his medium normals into his slash attack.
15 seconds. Mostly even on the life lead, slightly in Yashimaru's favor, and
that's gone now.
It's gone.
But what can we do about it?
Oh, just does it.
Just jump.
Does it.
He just jumped. And it hit. I would like to go in Vato's head.
Vato shaking his head. I can't blame him for that. I would be upset.
I would like to go in his head to see what he was doing. Was that a backdash? Was that an attempt at DP? Oh, man. But he can't think about that for too long, not to let him rattle him, because he has a 1 game down from taking this entire tournament. But that was good right there. Oh, that hit like that. And I think he was attempting to do the walk back to make that button whip, but that didn't work that time. But do you see what I mean about like the damage conversion? Like, I could see Yashamaru in the same situation. He would do like a medium slash. It wouldn't do as much as that conversion. Oh, and he whiffs that.
Swings for the fences and has nothing to show for it.
Yeah.
The characters just looking to open each other up.
Alright.
Lightice playing a little more defensive. Finally gets opened up, eats a DP, lost a life lead, 10 seconds left. First round of this second resetted set. 4 seconds behind the life lead. He's got to find something. That's not going to be it. He's going to get hurt for that.
It's nice to see it on the other foot where it's Lightice who's the one whiffing the guard break and getting heavily punished for that. But then, like it's happened before, you know, life lead, I'm going to be lame,
Meets him in the air,
go in.
big damage.
Yeah.
Answers right back.
Doesn't get the whip punish on that. I know he wanted that bad.
Sweep, knockdown. Goes for the neutral JC, expecting Vato to jump on wake up. Ends up eating a 5C or a 5B for it.
See, I wouldn't have even thought of that type of metagame where you would expect somebody to hold up on wake up.
Against certain characters, it is an option.
Oh,
big
DP!
punish.
And okay. Right in the chest, right in the, just.
I would say that blocking Shiki's DP would be an opportunity for SSM.
Definitely.
But no, actually not, because depending on the button, it could. If she does the medium version and that gets blocked, she'll land in front of you. If she does the heavy one, it'll land behind you, and that can mess up your input. So it's, I mean, unless you know for a fact what it's gonna be, you know. I mean, if you want to gamble it, take a guess, and you can SSM it. but if you don't, or if you guess wrong, you get hurt for it.
Didn't even think about that in that fashion.
It's just one of those things you gotta know. This game is full of just little things that you gotta know, and that's what I really enjoy. But there's always some little new thing I'm discovering or having to go to the lab and test. Like, did that go the way that I think it was? Like, why did that happen?
Well, I know why that happened right there. I believe Vato
took out his knees.
Yeah. I'm thinking Vato was expecting a jump, and then he just wanted to wait and then possibly get Isen.
I do want to point out now that Lightice is up 2-0.
Yeah.
He's reset the bracket, and he's got a ton of momentum. For all of Vato's big punishes, Lightice is making the ones that he gets count, and now he is up 2-0. Let's see if Vato can turn it around.
Very curious to see. As he punishes the 2 heavy slash attempts with the medium slash. But he fights outside of the corner, which is definitely what he needed to do.
A lot of pressure all of a sudden.
You see this aggression?
Going in on him.
Oh, and he jumps that time. Could be a tale of things to come. I really wished, like there, I really wish when Vato threw out that 5K but didn't do a button afterwards, he would have just anti-aired him because he was expecting options and he just neutral jumped there. But they're still playing around each other. Vato has the slight lead. Well,
there it goes. We're just not going to bring it up anymore.
We're just not.
I think the viewers at home can look at the screen and guess for themselves.
Yeah, because whenever we do, it's like, oh, hey, don't trust your commentators. Oh, man.
Meets him in the air with a light button. Answers right back with what I'm assuming is her crouching A or B. Spins it up. Gets the last hit of it just enough to make a little bit of space.
Okay. Vato
going in.
Clean jump in.
Followed by low. Slide gets punished for it. Swept 2. Watch your ankles.
Got a question.
Trading blows back and forth.
Yep.
Chipping away at each other's health. Overhead. Meets him in the air. Trade.
That trade, the damage-wise, was
Meets
better
him in the
in
air.
Lightice's
Overhead.
favor, but now not.
It's a slugfest at this point.
Oh, yeah, it is. I think Vato's feeling a bit of the pressure. I think Lightice is feeling a little bit.
He realizes that this is it.
But
this is his last game if he doesn't
safe for anything that happens.
Yashamaru, of course, being up 1 round, he is not safe. Despite Yashamaru being just a sneeze away from dying, just do it.
I dig it. Vato hasn't been doing that, so.
Ooh, I don't know if this change of gears is just a shift in strategy for Vato, or if maybe he's just getting a little hot under the collar.
I would hope it is the former rather than the latter.
For sure.
I would hope it's just, okay, what I'm doing right now isn't working. I need to test how Lightice is going to be able to take this option towards offense. So that's something oftenly that you want to do, but
hits him in the air.
Yeah. He has very little time to do it if he doesn't get this game. That was
Big
a great
damage.
punish right there. Nice damage. Oh,
wow, just walking him down, walking the corpse.
I'll tell you
Meets
what.
him in the air.
That is the scariest thing you can
Vato's
do.
Gonna have to activate his rage soon. 20 seconds.
That is the scariest thing you can do in fighting games is walk forward.
Shiki being one or two. Ooh, there it is.
And he pops it. Does it in neutral,
At
though.
17 seconds.
Does he want to wait out his rage gauge and then go for an opportunity? Well, the rage gauge is waited out, but he has an opportunity now. And
oh, man, he wants Lightice to push
oh, when he gets grabbed, he's not dead, but unless he makes, and he makes it now. Oh, and he burst. And, and he gets it.
An Isen finish to take the tournament. Oh, my God.